Hello, everybody. Didn't expect this, did you? Just a little catch up and a little update on things going on within this your church and how it's operating and what we're looking at, what we're doing at the moment, and looking to the future also. And we've got the lovely Sue Townsend, has been a huge help to everything that's gone on online, especially within the church. Loads of leads, so gratefully and ever indebted to you, Sue, for that. Thank you. I'm just going to hand over to Sue just for a little while. We can have a quick chat and carry on from there. Sue, over to you, please.
Very much, Laurie. Well, hello, everybody. It's amazing that we've reached this part of the year already, and it's certainly been an interesting year, hasn't it? So I hope you're all keeping safe and well and following the government guidance on all this pandemic stuff, and that you're coping with that. But this is not what this talk's about at all. But it does go without saying that it's been a particularly difficult and testing time this year for so many, and that it remains so important to help each other and to do our best to send out our healing and prayers for all life across the world and for the earth as well. And equally important is to keep ourselves grounded at the moment and connected to the earth, and to draw in light from the God of your own understanding, and as much love as possible, and share some joy, laughter and hope and peace too. Earlier in the year, it was such a shock for all of us and very sad when many venues were closed in order to help keep people safe, and Poole Christian Spiritualist Church was no exception. Fortunately, Lauren sprang into action when the church had to close its doors and opened up a series of online events which may have started off as experimental and yet since have grown into a wonderful series of interesting videos available to watch on Catch Up too, and also on YouTube. Lawrence will talk a bit about that in a few minutes. Many of us who've been able to turn to social media and keep in touch with family and friends, and of course it's not the same as seeing them in person and sharing hugs, laughter and love. However, it's helped us remain connected and to support each other. We've also taken the opportunity to tune in and watch numerous events online, including Poole CSE church services with some wonderfully insightful and uplifting spiritual philosophy, mediumship messages, plus numerous guest speakers who have presented fascinating and diverse range of subjects throughout many months this year. And that's mainly been free so far. And so there's been all this wonderful education and insight just there for you in your own homes whenever you're able to watch it. Poole Online has become very successful too, according to the number of viewings live and on Catch Up, and also by reaching out to people across the world. The videos are posted on YouTube, and PSC it's become possible to stay connected on Twitter now. Sorry, I jumble my words sometimes. It is early for me, you know. All this pandemic restrictions have opened up many new opportunities to try different things, and going online has given the spirit realm another platform in which to work within and able spirit to extend their reach to many people who may be new to spiritualism, and communication and comfort from their loved ones, and receiving healing, and also hearing some inspired philosophy and so much more that spiritualism has to offer. Poole Spiritual Christian Church are grateful and offer a very big thank you to the many people who have freely given their time and energy to participate in this amazing online events. And more recently, now the church has opened again for a very limited number of people. We have all helped the church community to remain connected and given people new to spiritualism the opportunity to share in that experience too. Now, moving into the practical side of things, as many of you are aware, a ventilation extraction system has recently been installed to help clear the air and keep people safe for when they visit the church in-house. Lawrence also applied for a lottery grant to cover the costs of this, but however, it was unfortunately declined. He has also taken other measures in accordance with the government guidelines and requirements to help people as far as possible who visit the church to remain safe from the virus as practically can be managed. In the past, many of you will be aware that Poole Church and its community came together to hold numerous events in order to raise some funds to help towards local charities. Unfortunately, with all the government restrictions, it has not been possible for the church to offer its usual busy calendar events of workshops and special in-house events. So now it's time where it's your church which needs help with funding for the new ventilation system, the technology which has been necessary to produce the online services and events, and very importantly, the day-to-day costs of keeping the church open for the community at home and online. Although there have already been some wonderful donations from people to Poole Christian Spiritualist Church, there needs to be a continuous flow of financial support. If the church is to remain open for people to attend in-house services, healing, some limited events, which Lawrence will talk to you about again shortly, because only limited numbers are allowed. Also, to be able to expand and develop the great online program events, which are now being viewed globally. Poole Christian Spiritualist Church, so far, has had many guest speakers from across the world who have actually gifted their time. And that's just amazing. And it shows how people have been prepared to help each other during these difficult times. However, to be fair and realistic, they also need to make a living, and expenses do need to be paid, and as part of a fair exchange of energy. There are many exciting events coming up over the next few weeks and months ahead, as well as the church services led by some fantastic mediums in-house and live stream on Facebook here, and also available on Catch Up later. There's now in-house healing and some private reading event days, and some other in-house events that you'll find advertised, and Lawrence will talk to you about that too. A lot of hard work goes into organising all the wonderful talks by guest speakers and other events. So your support for the upcoming online paid Zoom events would also be very much appreciated. It's a great chance to see some familiar faces on Zoom too. And it's also where, if it's mediumship, where you have messages, you've got good quality there as well. Of course, the plus side, the events may be viewed from the comfort of your own home with no travelling, especially during the autumn and winter season, and that's weather where you just want to stay warm and cosy. If you would like to support the ongoing work of your church, please find the PayPal donation link on the church Facebook page, and also there will be a link attached to this video. Thank you very much for your support in these challenging times in which we find ourselves today. Unfortunately, with the continuing pandemic, we have yet to see the full impact on people's lives and how much they may need to find a safe haven for healing, peace and hope. And remember, we're all in this together. beyond the church community. And Poole plays a big part in helping to support people in the spiritual sense, and also with healing through some of the work that it does as well. So thank you all for listening to my bit in this part of this broadcast, and thank you for your continued support for Poole Christian Spiritualist Church, and also in standing next to Laurie and helping him with all the work too. And as I say, you'll find the PayPal link on the church Facebook page. So thank you very much for listening, and I'm now going to hand you over to Laurie.
Other side.
Yes, I know.
So thank you so much for the idea for doing this today. I will hands up admit I am the worst one asking people for anything. I am awful. But yeah, what you're saying is so true. You know, we've come through a very difficult time. We're living in a difficult time, and we've got even more difficult times up and coming. And this church, really, the online works has been fantastic, and the response awesome. Let's deal with the online stuff first. One of the statistic things that pops up on Facebook was there was 16,500 video views in the last 30 days. 16,500. Absolutely awesome. So we're reaching out and out and out. And part of the reason for this presentation today, I know there's a lot of people online today who are currently watching us who have been so generous, and thank you. And those who will watch on catch up again, thank you. You know, when I get the little notification, I just think, oh, you know, it just means so much. But our reach now is going further afield. So it's just a little reminder for all those of you now joining our spiritual journey, be it here on Facebook or indeed on our YouTube channel, which I will put a link up to, and also on our Twitter feed as well. You know, we're not here to make a profit. We're not here to grab as much money as we can. Trust me, we're not. The church is in a fortunate position of owning its own premises. However, with that comes the responsibility for the upkeep, the maintenance, the day-to-day running, the online licenses, the hardware that we're watching and being able to utilize today. Those of you who have seen our live services broadcast from the church, all that equipment was installed. As Sue brought up about the ventilation, we are now ventilated. So again, just to keep this, because I really get it with people, you know, we are frightened of coming out. And you know what? That's absolutely fine. I am not going to say to anybody, don't be silly, because we all make our own minds up. But what we are creating here now, coming away from the online side to the physical side, is as safe as possible that we can do, an achievable environment in which together, you know, come together once more and share those services together. And we've had some beautiful mediums step forward and take services. Healing now is available in the church before the services, no need to book. I am working up a program of working in partnership, and I know I keep emphasizing this because it's so important. We're already on one partnership exercise with the lovely Scania Price, who does the gong bars here. And that works absolutely beautifully because it is about a partnership. You know, we're not going to hire the church out, because to me, when we say hire something out, it puts it over in the wrong energy. You know, it's like, right, well, I paid for it. It's mine. I can do what I like. This day and age, no, you can't. You know, if we had an outbreak, God forbid, brought back to here or tracked back to here, it wouldn't be so-and-so circle had an outbreak. It would be the Poole Christian Spiritualist Church. And we are responsible as the responsible people to ensure that anybody who holds their other events within the church is a partnership deal. And trust me, the rules and regulations are very clearly defined. The terms and conditions are very clearly defined. And the monitoring and adherence to them will be very strictly adhered to. And nobody is under any misunderstanding whatsoever. If you break the rules, whatever your event is ceases to be, and you won't be invited back. Sounds really harsh. Do you know what? We've got to be harsh. Everything's getting a bit black and white, and as far as the health side goes, it is black and white. You're either safe or you're acting unsafely, and if you're acting unsafely, that's your decision. I wish you the best on your journey. Anyway, as I said, I am the world's worst for asking for anything, but reaching out to all the new people that are enjoying our programming, and as much as I have, you know, if you told me a year ago I'd be talking to people about trees or interdimensional beings and ascensions and lions gates, I would have been marching you down to our local rest home for the mentally tired, for want of a better word. And you know what? I'm just so in awe that all these different thoughts, these different schools of thinking, different philosophy, but we're all saying the same thing. And it's such a wonderful, wonderful thing that's going on here. However, we've got to ensure, and my job as custodian of this time for this church, this sanctuary, is to look to the future and ensure the ongoing availability of it, because at the end of the day, yes, we would all love to live in a society where we can provide this free. I have tried negotiating that with the council tax, the water rates, the electricity company ad infinitum. So far, I'm not getting a lot of joy. So yeah, we're not asking for a lot. Anything helps. Do you know what? Just take, for example, 16,500 people viewed one of our video activities online in the last 30 days. If they'd all put £1 in each, happy days, or $1. I'm so tired. You know, we are getting donations now from abroad as well. Absolutely wonderful. So again, I can't stress enough. People that have donated, absolutely great thanks to you. People who are not in a position to donate now, absolutely fine. I get that. You know, we are going to have everybody. This is not just Paul Church. The entire world is going to struggle. If you're not in a position to donate, don't worry. You know, that's fine. Absolutely fine. We fully get that. But if you can spare something, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. See, I told you I'm terrible at asking for things. I'm already trying to talk you out of it, but but yeah, it's been a great. Sorry, dear.
They don't listen to him about talking you out of it. That was a joke.
Most people don't listen to me, but yeah, it's been a great honor, and some as Sue quite rightly pointed out, you know, some amazing people have gifted their time, which is absolutely awesome. We are exploring other avenues. You may have seen there is an events page up now for a live demo of mediumship here within the church. We tried the online through Zoom, and as a working medium, I've used Zoom myself to give services, and it worked really well, you know. But again, it's pure choice. I'm not here to twist. Oh, sorry, Sue. I'm not here to twist anybody's arms. If it's not your bag, not yet. Yeah, that'll be the next broadcast. That's November's broadcast. Watch out. Yeah. If it's not your bag, fine. But we're trying things. We're always monitoring the situation. We're also mindful of all the guidelines. For an example, we're now on version 5 of our risk assessment, which is a bit of an onerous task, but it's got to be done. It's got to be done. So we are trying out. We're going to do a live dem. It's going to be 2 dems on one day through Billy Cook and Craig Morris. Tickets are available now online, so you can have that personal in-house experience. All the logistics have been worked out. The team's prepped and ready to run the event as safe as possible. So we'll try that. If that doesn't work, we'll try something else. We've got to keep trying stuff. You know, we are being not only forward thinking in what we're presenting now online, but also forward thinking on the way that the church operates. Another example of that is I've just announced for the Wednesdays in October, we won't operate the online booking system because this seemed to be a bit of a pitfall for many people. And also, to be honest, the numbers haven't warranted the level of control that we anticipated in the first place, like everybody. So yeah, we'll try October without the need to book. Obviously the same restrictions. We will be restricted on numbers to 24 maximum within the church with the current distancing. And obviously the usual advice, if you've got a cough or a cold, please don't come. Yeah, you may it's something else. Other people won't, and people are getting very, very scared. I get that. I really do. Anyway, I will stop waffling now because I'm totally out of my depth asking for stuff here. So I'm going to hand back to the lovely Sue.
Oh, thank you very much for that. I wasn't expecting to have to say anything else. You're rotter. Yes, well, all seriously though, you know, there has been some fantastic programs, if you like to call it that, to watch from Poole. So yeah, please, if you can. The PayPal link is included here somewhere, Laurie, isn't it? Or you will be putting the link on here. And
yeah,
also it's on
sorry,
page.
the PayPal link is on this chat bar at the moment. It's also, if you go onto our website, for the benefit of people watching this either on Twitter or later on YouTube, if you go to the Poole Christian Spiritualist Church website, Weebly website, the link is permanently there. It is on the Facebook page, but Facebook keep going through these little fits and starts of clearing things off and deleting links. So although the link is there, it may not work. So yeah, and if you get stuck, if you drop us a message, shout, and I'll help.
And we look forward to seeing people join the paid Zoom events as well. And, you know, if you don't get a message, you're very likely to see some familiar faces that you've not seen for quite some while because you haven't been able to come out to Poole's CSC. So it's worth it for that, just having a quick wave at somebody, you know.
Indeed, definitely. You know, when I'm planning the Zoom nights, we are using mediums that would normally work with theatres going around the country, you know, and I did have one comment which was on a little bit on the negative energies. And my response, you know, the basic question, why should I pay that to sit in my kitchen watching this? I said, because if you don't pay up any money and support everywhere, in the future there'll be nowhere that can bring this to you in your own home, and that's the cold hard facts. Anyway, quick hello Wayne. I'm loving the photos of your kids. They're looking like they're having a ball. Hello Gillian. Julie.
I can't see who's there, but hello Wayne.
Mary. Lovely Charlotte. Charlotte.
Hello Charlotte.
Charlotte's got puppies.
Oh, cute.
Janice, Jamie was in, Karen, Healy, Natasha, thank you all for joining us, and those that will be watching us on catch up later on. But again, just keeping abreast of what physically is going on according to the current restrictions. As I've mentioned before, we will be doing a day of 2 Dems by the same mediums, Billy Cook, Craig Morris. I am in talks with partners about having some physical workshops. I don't mean physical mediumship, I mean physical as in you're actually here, workshops within the church, and also some online workshops, because actually some of those work really, really well. They do. I've joined in one from our good friends over in the States, and it's so beneficial. And here I am in Poole, England, working with people in America and learning, you know. So yeah, we will keep trying things. If they work, great. If they don't work, absolutely fine. Yeah, we move on. But at the end of the day, without support, without the sharing, you know, that achieves quite a lot. When we are live online doing any sort of programming, just the simple fact of sharing it. You know, as I say, 16,500 people were watching our videos last month, and that's awesome. So keep it up. You know, if that's your contribution, by making sure every time you watch something, share it. Brilliant, because it is about getting the word out there. It's about spreading the love, spreading the joy and the knowledge. And it's so comforting to people. You know, I'm hearing things people are saying. I'm thinking, oh, thank you for saying. I've been thinking that. You know, great. I'm not nuts. Well, I am,
Yeah.
but that's a different issue.
Well, that's just you, Laurie.
Yeah.
Or maybe me.
All of us.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you for watching this today. Thank you for those watching us online. And again, as I say, going forward with the donations, it does come into the church. There are no wages paid out to anybody. There aren't, you know, it's money goes into the church to keep working, to keep the church open. That is pure and simple. Thank you, Janice. Oh, thank you, Linda Marie. Yeah, people just commenting on the side, saying about the hard work and everything and enjoying what we've been doing. So great. So yeah, if you can donate, bless your heart, brilliant. If you can't, absolutely, again, bless your heart. It does not matter. Sorry, Sue. It does not matter. If you can share some of our live feeds, brilliant, because, you know, the whole purpose of this is reaching out to as many people as we can get to. If people take to it, great. If they don't take to it, absolutely fine. Bless you for watching. All right. So we're going to say goodbye.
Just before we go,
No,
sharing
we're not.
gives, can I just add, sharing gives spirit a greater reach as well.
Very true. Yeah.
So you're also helping the spirit realm reach out to new people too.
Yeah,
I'll
very
shut
true.
up now. Time to go. Thank you all, everybody. Thank you for listening. Bless you all. Thank you for all the hard work, Laurie.
That's all right. Just somebody's asked for the PayPal link again, so I'll just pop that in again. There we go. There we go, Julie. Thank you very much. Bless your heart. All right, everybody, go back to enjoying it. The lull between the storms here in the UK. Wherever you are across the world watching, thank you. Thank you so much.